to effectively evaluate your business so you can move forward and be successful. I know that I had a very hard time realizing what that meant for me and what that would do for me when I first started in business. So tonight what I wanted to talk about and share with you guys a simple system that you can utilize to evaluate your system, evaluate your business, and really you can evaluate anything, any part of your day, any whole day, any week, any year, any month, whatever. You can evaluate whatever you'd like, and it works. The system works for any part of that. So if you have not met me, my name is Anna Olson, and I am a coach and mentor teaching small business owners how to effectively use social media to grow their business. So I was talking about evaluating your business. So what is it that you do to evaluate if what you're doing in your business is working or not? When I first got started, I really didn't evaluate a whole lot. I didn't really think it was necessary. It wasn't something I had really time to do. I was just too busy doing busy work. And that's really all that was happening, was busy work. And my business was not growing. So any person that is truly wants to move their business forward is going to have an evaluation process or system in place so that you can determine if what you're doing on a daily basis is working or not. Is it effective of what you are doing or not? Should you be adjusting your daily mode of operation or your income producing activities? But basically, what are you doing in your business that is it working or is it not working? So let me just share with you what I use. Number one is at the end of each day, I like to list 3 things that worked really well. Or maybe if you have a hard time coming up with things that, when I say really well, maybe you want to list 3 things that worked for you that day. And then, kind of make some extensive notes on it. Or I say extensive, make more than just a list. Make a little note behind it that says why you think it worked. And, some days I don't have a lot of time. I've not set aside a lot of time to do my evaluation process, so I just make the list. But then I go back sometimes and I'm like, okay, so why did I think that worked? Because now I'm a month further out and it's no longer working. So why did I think back then that it worked? So sometimes it's good to add a little bit of a note to it as to why you think that it worked. If you have the time or if you can, it's a good habit to get into, because the more you put those things on paper or type them into an app or notes or whatever, and that's where I do mine. I use Evernote and I just type it right into Evernote. It's almost like my daily journaling. You want to list 3 things that worked and some notes to go with them, those 3 things. And then you want to list 2 things that did not work. What were 2 things that you did that day that really did not move your business forward or was not considered to be income producing or a daily mode of operation? Maybe it wasn't on your list of things that you wanted to do, but you did them anyway. Maybe that didn't really work for you that day. And again, make sure that you add some notes to it so that you can figure out or can remember exactly what it was. And not everybody's as forgetful as I am. I am just suggesting that you might add some notes. Make sure that you know exactly what you were trying to say. Sometimes just listing something doesn't give a whole lot of information. And then number 3 is to list 1 thing that you might do differently tomorrow. So this is called the 3-2-1 evaluation process. You're going to list 3 things that worked well for you that day. And you can do this down to an hour if you want. I think every other hour or listing this stuff every other hour is a little much for me. I like to do it on a daily basis. But The 3-2-1 system, again, is 3 things that worked well, 2 things that did not work, and 1 thing that you might do differently tomorrow. Now, the best part about this evaluation process is the fact that you can use it in any situation. You can use it in any situation. It doesn't just have to be in business. It can be used in any situation, in your personal life, in your relationships with other people, in your relationships at home. It can be used anywhere. And that's the beauty of this simple system. And like I said, I use it as a journaling process. And what it does, and what it really has done for me, the most benefit that I've gotten out of this is the awareness of things that worked well, and that means I'm going to do them again and again and again because they worked well. And then the things that did not work so well, guess what? I'm going to stop doing those because they didn't work so well. And that's why when you don't do an evaluation, you're not aware of it. You don't bring awareness to it. If you write it down, even if you're writing in pen and paper, that's good too. I like to type or talk, record, but everybody does it in their own way. So you do what's right for you, but it brings awareness to yourself. That's what it did for me. And it's amazing how many things that I used to do, I no longer do. And things that I used to do and now do a whole lot more of it because it works. So that is the reason that you want to do evaluation on a daily basis. And then I like to also do a monthly evaluation and figure out what that monthly, what worked for the month and what didn't. And again, the same process. And then I also, and this is the end of 2020, so sit down and figure out what worked for you in 2020. What did not work? And what might you do next year? What might you do differently next year to change and that you don't repeat what did not work? So I hope that you got some value out of this and that this can be helpful in your business. And if you have any questions, please reach out.